Alright guys, I'm not going to waste your time here. I'm just going to jump right into my settings. Alright, running down super quick. Feel free to copy all these. I have Fidelity FX Cast on 100, Filmic on ultra quality. Everything else is pretty much going to be lower normal, except for these I have on high just for extra clarity. If your PC is struggling with FPS, just drop these on low. You're not going to notice that much of a difference. Moving on down, everything's going to be pretty much on low or off if possible, just to get the maximum frame rate. Honestly, I can put a lot of this stuff on high and still get in between like 220 and 235, 40 FPS, depending on the map. Except Hydro, that one's an FPS hog. So honestly, you probably just want to put everything on low anyways. But spot cache on high, it helps prevent stuttering and all that kind of stuff. And then moving on down, low latency on plus boost. And then all the weather and stuff just put off because it's just a waste of time. You don't need that. Field of view I have on 112. 120, 120 is kind of nice, but you get a lot more frames actually if you drop this down. So again, if you find yourself with the PC and your settings you're getting low FPS and you're struggling a little bit, just drop this down to like in between 100 and 115. Find your sweet spot. I pretty much just messed around with this in between 110 and 115, and then yeah, everything just copy right here. Moving on to controller, I do play on tactical. I have a scuff as well, but if you don't have a scuff, bumper jumper tactical is nice, so you can jump with L1 and aim at the same time, and you can still drop shoot and do all that at the same time as well. Right now I'm on a 12 sensitivity and my ADS is 0.4. That's just what feels good for me. I like to be really quick when I run around. If I'm slow, then I shoot slow and I miss. So I like to run around quickly and snap on people. So that's why my senses are a little bit higher than normal. I do have automatic tac sprint on, but with another setting that I'm going to show you, it's a lot better because you have the option to walk slowly around corners without being too loud, and with one click of a button you tac sprint anyway, so there's literally no difference. You just get the added bonus of being able to walk without sprinting everywhere. Advanced, right now I'm on aim assist type default. Dynamic, this is a must. Definitely, if you don't have this on dynamic, put it on a dynamic and just practice. My dead zones, my right stick minimum is 0.02. If you struggle with stick drift, just bump this up a little bit and keep testing it out in private matches. You want this as low as possible because for obvious reasons it just makes you quicker on the controller, and your input delay is not as bad. Left stick I have 0.03, but just play with that yourself. Triggers, again, I have a scuff, which is very, very nice. So I have the digital tap triggers, which means my triggers are literally a mouse click. So if you don't have those, I recommend dropping these really, really low, somewhere around here, maybe even around 0.1, just so you barely need to touch the trigger for your controller to react, and that'll help with being quick on the controller, and you'll get kills a lot faster that way. And then yeah, just a lot of these aren't really important. I'm just going to keep scrolling down. Auto move forward off. Tactical sprint behavior, this is the other important one. So I have it on single tap run. So single tap run is going to automatically go into a tactical sprint. So instead of sprinting normally when you click and run forward and it's just a regular sprint and you got to double click to tactical, you're always going to get that tac sprint when you want to sprint. So it's just a win-win. There's no reason not to have it the way that I have it set up. And then invert, slide, and dive behavior, you want this on inverted because diving is very nice, to try to get to a spot without dying. Sliding sucks. Diving is good. Sliding sucks. I don't know if I said that backwards, but you want this on inverted because you just tap it and then you dive, hold to slide. It just makes sense. And then everything else is pretty much just not really useful. Maybe sprinting door bash you might want on because it just gets you quicker. And other than that, that's pretty much it for competitive play anyway. So those are all my settings. Just use that maybe as a baseline. If you have a PC similar to mine, feel free to bump up a lot of the graphics because you're able to handle it. And the pros max at 165, I think, anyway. So getting 200 to 240 is kind of just extra at that point, but you do whatever is best for you. So stick around for more content and subscribe to the channel.